They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's McCarthy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Go.
Up the middle they go. McQueen. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Sanders. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for his running back out of the backfield. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready,
2nd and 10. Sanders to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
down.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just...
He's got a man complete. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, 42 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point out the goal by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 2nd and 9.
19 Lions.
Throwing, Sanders. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
Lions.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
Come on. Bronco 80. Cowboy 80.
Here's Sanders. That one complete to McCarthy. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Viking 18. Mustang 19.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. A short one there to Farview. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he gets this out to the 34, out of bounds there.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Vikings! DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back. Back row 80. Straight. Go.
They'll try the left side. McQueen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, break.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Rear to look. Past the 60. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Sanders. That is caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
No time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
A passing down here. 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8.
Cut. Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hot 70. Hot 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCabe. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check out.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give a side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised the rock.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Now let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Operating from the gun. McCarthy going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. LeJante Wester, an 8-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Real quick. Baby on that rap to pay the bills. And now I'm fit it, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Able to find the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To the air again, McCarthy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively often. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody got to do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 38 now. Here's second down at 7.
Let's go. Check. Hurt. 19.
They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
losing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On play action, here's Shadur. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have moved out in front.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Shador. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
Switch. 60, back up.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, McQueen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Big Lion. Ready.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Oh, that is incomplete.
One of the great coaches in football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing is McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles.
Here's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. Nice move there. Looks like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know where this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's another
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things going to be more interesting here in this 4th. Send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cleveland.
Jack, Panthers. Come on, come on.
Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage. It should be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
70 check. Go.
They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Browns, first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Browns.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Sanders to throw. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready? Grab the line. Trap 50. Trap 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. With now... Three Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 21.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's 2nd down. Now McCarthy. Out toward the sideline, and it's Addison with the catch. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
19, Tiger. 70.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ripped off by Grant Open. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready, right?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey!
Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cut up. Let's go.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he fields it cleanly. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And controlling the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Well, CD, always a little